the betrayer. Somebody's going to have to say something about it. Here we find Jesus and his disciples sitting around, and everything had already been prepared, and Jesus began to talk about his departure. And matter of fact, Peter told Jesus at one time, said, I'll even die with you, and wherever you go, I'll go. If you go to prison, I'll go. If you die, I'm willing to die. But in this book that I have called 12 Ordinary Men, Jesus called him Simon, and sometimes Simon would get beside himself, but Peter was the rock. So every now and then, when Peter get beside himself, Jesus will refer to him as Simon. Because sometimes we'll go back to our old ways. Or do the things that we want to do. So every now and then, Simon will come out.
Amen. All right.
Every now and then, Simon will come out and
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Come on.
You're right.
there may be some Simons in here, but you know, God will change your name from Simon to Peter, but every now and then you make me upset by it, Simon will come back out.
That's right.
Simon, there's some Simons in the house. Jesus changed his name because Peter meant the rock. Every now and then, Peter be the rock, and he would just stand firm and believe in everything that Jesus said. But Simon would say something to him, say, I'll go with you wherever you want me to go. Jesus said, Simon. Said, the devil, which is the sweet. He said, well, I pray for you, Simon. So he didn't say he prayed for Peter, he said, I pray for Simon. Because Peter, which was the rock, was standing there firm and believing. But Simon. Okay, that's enough for Simon. I know we ain't got no Simons in here. You throw your dukes up at me, and I'm going to throw mine up back at you, but, you know, we got some Simons in here. I just did a little research on some of the fellas, and I saw where Matthew was a tax collector. And Matthew, you know, when you were a tax collector, you were hated by many. And because sometimes you'll take a little money out of the goodie bag.
That's exactly right.
And stick it in your own goodie bag. It might be some going on in the house of God. I don't know Matthews. It could be a couple Matthews in the house of God. I don't know. And don't get quiet on me if I call your name out and it suits you. Then again, I read about Thomas, and Thomas had a problem, and you know, Thomas, I ain't gonna believe nothing y'all tell me. I can't go all the way there, but I can't go all the way to where he put his hands and his fingers. I can't go there because it was after. Because it was before, so I had to dig up some more stuff. Thomas still had issues, and so he was doubting way before.
Come on now.
He had this problem way before Jesus had died. And so I couldn't deal with him too much, and I searched the rest of them, and would y'all would not believe that Judas's name meant Jehovah leaves. I'm teaching y'all this morning. Judas's name meant Jehovah leads. Now, his parents gave him this name, not knowing what he was leading what she was leading himself into. If she would have known that his name, what his name really meant, because we know that there's Jehovah Jireh. Jehovah Rapha. But Jehovah leads the devil. Now I wonder if since we have changed Judas's name this morning, and Y'all know the meaning of Judas' name this morning. Do we have any Judases in the house that with the name of Jehovah leads?
All right.
Do we have anybody in the house that'll take the lead?
All right.
And the name is Jehovah leads. I'm just asking background questions. I'm just giving you a check on what your name could possibly mean. Now, when I was growing up and I was going to school, the teacher asked me, said, "What do you want me to call you?" And it was ugly what she said, but she said, James, Darrell, a black boy. I didn't know any better then, because it was in the 60s or the early 70s that you just had to be there and shut your mouth. And so I didn't like James too much, so I said, well, call me Darrell. That's better than black boy. And I know if my mama would have knew that. I hate to say the word, but all of it would have broke. But mama said, yes, sir. All of it would have broke loose in the schoolhouse. You see, sometimes people can stick a name on you, give you nicknames, and you become your nickname. And whatever somebody throw on you, that's what you become. But I'm trying to get us to the point we're at the meeting, and I don't really understand how that is that Jesus himself could choose the betrayer. And he knew what was going to take place in his life. Now we wouldn't choose nobody that we really knew that they was going to betray us.
No, you wouldn't.
We wouldn't do that. But Jesus chose the betrayer.
Yeah.
And so they sitting down at the table, and y'all know when we sit at the table, we're enjoying our food, and somebody asks you a question and you don't want to answer, you just put some more in your mouth.
Very good job.
Keep reading, that's what you do.
Just to keep from saying what you really want to say. And sometimes somebody can ask you a question, and to keep from answering the question, you just won't say nothing. But here we got the disciples sitting at the table, and Jesus said, one of you shall betray me. And they began to inquire. Is it I? That's where we want to be at today. Is it I? Now, we're all guilty.
Say so.
Say what you want to say. We're all guilty.
Amen.
We are all guilty.
Go.
Lord, is it I? Well,